These days, people skills, also known as emotional intelligence, are becoming more and more important, especially in an industry like ours. As hairstylists, we have to deal with all kinds of clients. And over the years, I have discovered that clients are important, but being able to understand them and keep up with them is even more important. That's why today, I'll be talking all about the most common client personalities and techniques to handle each one so that you can better your hairstyling business. This is part 1. Keep on watching. Hey, I'm Madison, and I help independent hairstylists to set up or restructure their hairstyling businesses. I'll show you how to quiet the noise from all the unnecessary distractions using organization and truly innovative systems, as well as share some really helpful strategies to connect or reconnect with your branding so you can learn the right way to promote your business, especially when you're promoting it online. First, we're going to talk about the unrealistic client and how you can help them reach their goals without losing your mind. Then we're going to be talking about the VIP client and how you can show them how much you value them and truly do care without wanting to pull your hair out. And then we're going to touch on the micromanager and what you can do to make them feel more comfortable and respect you as the expert that you are. And last, we'll touch on the urgent client and how you can establish clear boundaries that work for both of you. Number 1. Okay, so I really want platinum blonde hair, but I have been box dyeing it red for like 4 years now. I mean, I know it might take a little bit of time to reach my goal, but I really need to reach it by next month. So can we please move quickly? Oh yeah, and I'm also kind of on a little bit of a budget. Do you have any good deals that you can give me? The unrealistic client. This type of client is often a visionary, coming to you with lots of big ideas and big expectations. The biggest obstacle is understanding what parts of their vision are reasonable and feasible within the constraints of their timeline and budget. So what's the fix? Start with a roadmap from the very beginning. Set a timeline of their goals and set firm parameters on what can be accomplished within those given parameters. It's important to validate the big ideas, but to be honest with what the limitations really are. Keep the focus on the attainable. Number 2, so I decided to hire you for this, but don't let me down because I can take my business elsewhere, especially if you do not bend to my every single wish. The VIP and its counterpart, I have other options. Every client is important, but the VIP wishes to be placed above all others. They tend to position themselves in a manner that demands your sole focus. This is most apparent in the frequent, often repetitive, and unnecessary communications, and typically come with an expectation of an immediate response. After all, what could be more important, right? VIP status often goes hand in hand with the I have other options attitude. These are the clients who make you feel like you're always on the edge of losing their business, especially if you do not meet every single one of their extremely high standards. So what's the fix? It is possible to demonstrate that your client is a priority while setting boundaries and space for your other clients, of course. By having a conversation to set realistic communication commitments with your client, you're acknowledging the importance of their hair to you, but also setting up your boundaries with them at the same time. But be prepared to walk away from these type of clients, especially if they continue to make you feel inferior and don't value or respect your role. So before we get to the next client type, if you're new to my channel and are interested in learning how you can build a successful and sustainable business as an independent hairstylist, click that notification bell at the bottom of the screen so that you can make sure that you're notified every single time that I release a new video just like this one. Number 3. So how come you're putting that on first? Are you going to put any color on this spot right here? What is this color gonna be turning out like again? Are you sure you're gonna use that on me? The micromanager. As experts in our field, we're hired to complete a job that our clients cannot complete themselves. A micromanager has a hard time acknowledging this distinction. They will try to stay on top of you throughout the entire process, often questioning tiny details, checking your work against their own experts, and wanting near constant updates. This client is notoriously hard to satisfy, even when they hang on every detail from start to finish. So what's the fix? Much like the VIP, it's important to set boundaries. Establish early on that you're the expert and that your process is to take their vision and run with it in ways that they cannot. Instill confidence and trust with set check-in points. While it's important to hear them out, it's equally important to remember that you are there for a reason and to give them a powerful but friendly reminder if they forget. Hey, I am super curious. Have you encountered any of the client types that I've mentioned here before? I'd love to hear some funny stories if you have any to share. Please let me know what they are in the comments below. Okay, so now we've reached the last and final client type for part 1. Hey, so can I come in for my hair tomorrow? I need it done ASAP. And plus, I really do need to be out of there by 5. It's super important because I have to get up so early the next day, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store before I have to head home. And that would be the urgent client. Some projects genuinely need to get done fast, but the urgent client is a rebel without a cause. They want it done right away, even if there is no justification for the speed. Often, an urgent client's demands involve sacrificing weekends and evenings, and they can often disappear, leaving us feeling used and really unappreciated. This all results in compromise of quality and honestly a buildup of resentment for that specific client. So what's the fix? Well, what's the rush? Find out from the beginning if this is a matter of a true urgency or if it's just your client's impatience. If there's no real fire to put out, assure the client that you can create both quality and efficiency with just a little extra time. From there, create a deadline that meets everybody's needs, and if you need to reschedule their appointment to fit their preferred time schedule, call their bluff and suggest rescheduling until they have more time and you don't have to feel rushed. Sometimes just the threat of them not being able to get their hair done will loosen up their seemingly tight schedule way more than you would think. Thank you so much for checking out part 1 of the most common client personalities and techniques to handle each one so that you can better your hairstyling business. Make sure to check out part 2 next week as we cover the 4 final client types. And if you would like to grab what I call the stylist preview and invoice proposal form that will help you to customize a plan for every type of client that comes in for an appointment with you, I'll be linking that in the description box below. These are a fabulous way to make sure you and your client are on the same page as to what the hair plan actually is. It's almost like a little mini contract. And if you guys have any questions or comments, I'm always reading the comments below and I try to respond to everyone that I can. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.